you could change any choice you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of the Inspired Choices Show, business optimization expert, Christine McIver.
Oh, yes, that's me. I'm here tonight. This is the very first show of 2023 for Inspired Choices. That's the name of my show here on the Inspired Choices Network. So welcome, everybody. I am so thrilled to have you here. I have been doing this show for, since 2011. So that is 11 years? I think it's 11 years. Brain's not working great. But yeah, 11 years. I've done well over 500 shows. I've been growing and learning throughout doing these shows. And then it brought me to the place of actually setting up my own network here on Inspired Choices Network. So I'm really, really stoked about it. I'm stoked about a new year, about new possibilities. And really, what is it that you are looking to really learn and grow so that you can have an amazing business, an amazing life, and maybe actually, really expand into those things that you desire and you've been dreaming about. It's such a journey, and it's so much fun when we are actually willing to step into and have more joy in our lives and really challenge ourselves. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. I've got a lot that I want to share with you tonight. It's been a wild time in the creation of this show, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So this show tonight is called How to Follow Through When Shiny Balls Keep Popping. How many of you out there feel like you are being pulled in 700 directions and you're having a challenging time trying to figure out how to keep doing it, how to do it without a ton of stress, how to do it and have fun doing it and be happy at the end of your day? Well, that's kind of what I've been doing most of my life, but most especially this week. And oh my gosh, it's so funny. What I have experienced time and time again is when a show comes to me. So when I'm going to create a show, I ask my business and I ask my show what it would like me to speak about. Now, I do have people ask me to talk about different subjects, and I will do that as well. But I do actually reach out and communicate energetically with my show. And I encourage you to do that with your show, your creations, your business. I've done a number of shows that you can check in my podcast library that I talk about that. But when I reach out to ask energetically what my show would like me to talk about, these titles will come. And so this title came, and in fact, it was scheduled for a month ago. This show was scheduled for a month ago to actually occur. And I'll explain what went on there, why it didn't occur. But what was very, very interesting was this week has been the most busiest, shiny balls, all sorts of things going on week that I have had in a very, very long time. Probably a couple of months prior to launching the Inspired Choices Network in 2017. This has been that long, and since it's been this busy, and it makes me laugh every time, because what my show does is it actually says, okay, Christine, this is a show that we absolutely know will be a contribution, and we want it to be super dynamic. So we're going to bring you all the opportunities to experience this in your real life and in your business. So you are so in touch with this that your listeners and your viewers get the biggest bang for their buck. And so it cracks me up every time. And now that I've been doing this for so long, and this has occurred again and again and again, I just start to laugh. And there's some days that I think, oh my gosh, I got to really pay attention to these titles that I put in, because do I really want to experience that? So I am Christine McIver. I am a business optimization coach and an expert in helping you go from the best kept secret to a global authority. I work with entrepreneurs who are looking to really get a lot more visibility, create outstanding content, have an amazing supportive team take care of all the tech, and learn to grow who they are with their expertise around the world. Wherever we can possibly take your voice, we take your voice. Where we can take your image, we take your image. Where we can implant your video so that people get to enjoy your expertise, that's what we do here at Inspired Choices Network. So I personally work one-on-one with all of our hosts. I also work one-on-one with entrepreneurs that are looking to expand their business, grow their business, maybe really look for the gaps in their business. One of my favorite programs to work with clients is actually my strategic business package, where we go through so many different aspects of your business and we find the gaps. We find the places where it's time for you to pay attention and focus, and really planning out how you can grow your business to double your business in the next year. And it's not as hard as it seems. And it's something that I absolutely love doing. And I've had a lot of success with clients in doing that. So if you are someone that is in your own business, or you know someone that's in their own business and they're looking to grow their business, have them contact me, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. And if you're someone that has a message that you want to get out to the world and you're scared, but you absolutely know this is the year to do it, do send me an email as well, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Here at Inspired Choices Network, we love what we do. Our team loves bringing amazing content to the world. And honestly, it feels like a playground for us. The content just contributes to us, and we have so much fun in what we're doing here, and all the amazing people that we get to learn from and listen to and meet, amazing guests that are coming in all the time. It's just outstanding. So let's get into the show. So how to follow through when shiny balls keep popping. Distractions, confusions, and you should do this directives often keep us from completing our creations. The competing ideas, social media platforms, and ways of doing business can consume our days. More and more ways of marketing and advertising are there to support our creations, not keep us from them. So tonight we are going to talk about how to prioritize staying in our creation and when to step out into the land of advertising and marketing, promoting, and communicating with our future clients. So tonight's show is going to be a mix of logical and step by step, and it's also going to have a big component of mindset, a big component of self-development, because beyond anything else, you as a business owner must continue to develop who you are in order for your business to develop. I remember reading maybe it's here. Hold on. I did write it down. This was a great thing. In your moving yourself up the emotional scale, your business will begin to prosper in new and profound ways. Your business, your relationships, your finances cannot grow beyond your emotional response. Nothing can grow beyond your emotional response. Everything matches your set point of emotions on every subject that exists. Now, that was a quote that came in a couple of weeks ago from Abraham Hicks, The Law of Attraction. And that just really jumped out at me. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so, so true. It's so amazing at the difference that you and I can make in our own lives based on that statement, those sentences. So what I want to really start with is I want to set the stage. I want to set the stage for an insane day. Now, this was absolutely one of those days. I've been working on a new project. If you haven't heard, Inspired Choices Network is now in the summit business. We are now supporting people who want to have online summits, host online summits, and we're taking care of all of the technical, the setup, you name it. And we are so pumped to have this as a new service. Well, because it's a new service, we're learning and growing here. And so today I've been doing a great deal of things in the learning and growing space and getting things set up for this summit It's actually called the Confidence Connection Clarity Summit. I may have done those three in the wrong order, but it launches on January the 26th and the 27th, and you'll be able to find it all across the internet. But what today I was working on this, and I've been doing a lot of things in the background, making sure everything, cross every T, dot every I. And then suddenly I get a contact from someone who said, "Oh my gosh, my computer's not working. Can you help me?" And it's one of my hosts. So I jump in to help her with setup, and we got that going, and that was great. And then there was another ball dropped with the summit, with the people trying to execute on something. So I said, "Okay, I can do that." So I jumped in to start to do that, and then the show starts to go live for one of these hosts, the one that was having the tech problems, and it got worse. And so I jumped in and I'm guiding her, and she couldn't get this computer to work. So she's on her iPad and she's got a guest coming in and she couldn't see the guest. And so we're trying to do everything we can. She couldn't get any of the notifications like we have in our chat room. So I'm texting her phone so she can see it on her phone while she's doing this show live. And the producer is doing all that she can to support as well. And then we just get done that, and I'm still working. I'm still getting all sorts of emails coming in about the summit, and I'm getting different emails from different clients and so on. And then all of a sudden, we have a website technical issue, and our website is down. And I'm trying to contact my website people, and they actually are in Ukraine, and they always have a night shift. But I'm trying to contact them, and we're contacting via email. And then one of my producers, she needs some assistance, and then one of my other team members, she needs some assistance. And I'm like, I have to go get ready for my show. And this has been a dynamic day of going in all these directions. And what I want to tell you is, yes, it has been a lot, but your point of view and where you are at with all of this makes all the difference in the world. Yes, Sarah, my producer tonight, says, true story. All of these things went on today. And I've also been having people messaging me over texting me over my phone, and people messaging me in Facebook and all sorts of things on different issues all day long. And she also gave me and my hubby some coaching. One of the people say in the chat room, yes, but here's the thing. Your point of view about shiny balls is actually impacting you, your point of view. So here's my first question. We're going to go to break in a couple of minutes, but here's my first question to you. As I explained this day to you, what was your response within your body and within your mind? What was your response? Did you go to, oh my God, I lost it? Did you go to, oh God, how in the world could anybody do that? Or I don't allow that. I put up boundaries, right? There's all sorts of different responses. Some people will just shut down their computer. They'll shut down any form of communication. Then they will walk away and they will really have a big meltdown. And I understand that. I have been there. Somebody else says, I was one of the people messaging Christine. I understand the meltdown. This is not about me judging you. This is truly about me wanting to contribute to each and every one of you here now. If you're live with us, thank you so much. And all of you in the future that see this and go, what the heck is that show about? I really do wish to contribute to you and show you how you can change this so that you're not having maybe the same degree of meltdown. Maybe it's 25% less or 50% less. What if it was 50% less? Would that contribute to you in your life? And what would change for your body? Somebody else in the chat room said, I went to, that's great, Insanity is my middle name. Insanity is his middle name. Well, that's fantastic. Now, he has a different point of view, right? Everyone does have a different point of view. One of the things that I absolutely know is if you have decided that, 5 things is your max, if you have decided 5 things is your max, that's going to be your max. If you decided that 10 things is your max, that's going to be your max. But anywhere that you have decided you have I can't go past that amount, you right away are going to start to act out that in your life and in your business. And that is actually going to be the thing that is going to go against you. Now, I am not saying that you have to do all these things. I'm talking about, first and foremost, the responses that you are having. They're impacting your mind, they're impacting your adrenal glands, they're impacting your body, and they are actually impacting your bank account as well. Because what happens is when you have these levels where you say, that's it, I'm not going any far beyond that, you've put in a barrier. And wherever you put in a barrier, that barrier is in all of your life. If you're saying, I can't handle anymore, then the universe goes, oh, really? I was just going to send you another client. Really, I was going to send you another speaking gig. Really, I was going to send you a new lover. Like, wherever you put in a barrier to receiving anywhere, you cut off receiving everywhere. And then you start to create other issues and problems in your life. And so what I really want to do tonight is I want to show you how you can dance through all of the shiny balls and still execute and get a lot done. Oh my gosh, this chat room is jumping like crazy. I'm going to read them really quick. Karen says, I went to no problem for Christine, and I would also be able to just jump from task to task and know I can get caught up later. That's fantastic. I actually love days that bounce me around to lots of really different tasks. I think I like it too much, and it may be part of my distractions to staying on task for me. That's great. So we're going to come back to that one for sure. Another one is, Dave says, my biggest issue is doing it all myself and not delegating or asking for help. Ooh, that's a good one. And these are all great things. And thank you guys so much for being here tonight. This is fantastic. We're going to go to our first break. Stick around. I've got a lot more I want to share with you. So you're listening to Inspired Choices. I'm your host, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network, and we're talking all about how to follow through when shiny balls keep popping. If you are on Facebook, come on over to inspiredchoicesnetwork.com/chat room, and we'll connect with you there.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Oh, wow. This is so much fun already. And we've just had our first segment. So if you're just joining tonight, we're talking about how to follow through when shiny balls keep popping. And we talked about what it's like when you're looking to really manage everything that's going on and you feel like you're going into stress and you need to put up boundaries. I have an aversion to the word boundaries. I haven't found a different word for it yet. But what really comes to me a great deal is that when people are putting up boundaries, they're cutting off receiving. And what I've invited clients to, and what I do oftentimes, is when I go into that response where we usually put up a boundary and say, stop, I can't handle anymore. What I invite people to do, and what I do all the time, is expand, 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 expand. And so you are a human being, you're having a human experience, but you're actually an infinite being. You have a soul, you have a spirit that is within you and that you are connected to. And if you take the energy that is within your body and you take it outside of your body, and you just keep saying expand, 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 fill up the room, fill up the city you're in with your energy, and just keep expanding, fill up across your country, fill up around the world, and expand it out into universes known and unknown, and just keep expanding and breathe and breathe and breathe. Before you know, you've got so much space. You've got energetic space. Very key here. And just stay with me and just keep breathing as you keep saying space, 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 space. When you are in space, when you have all of this space, energetic space, right? You don't feel as overloaded. But when you contract anything, imagine you have a whole bunch of wires, and all the wires are laid out and they're expanded across a big room. But then you take all the wires and you contract them all, they're going to be a big mush. They're going to be a great big, huge knot of wires, right? And they're going to be challenging to deal with. Now, if you do the same when you're upset, and you take all of your worries and you start to contract, you start to get upset and angry or frustrated, what actually happens is you start to contract. You contract your energy, and that's where that contraction makes it very dense. And that's where it starts to feel like it's overwhelming. This is where we start to feel like we're overloaded. When you actually, instead of going to that automatic response of contraction, say to yourself, expand. Expand, 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 expand. Everything gets lighter. Everything gets lighter. When you expand out, let's say Christmas lights, because we just finished Christmas, when you expand Christmas lights out, you can see very clearly where you need a new bulb, where the beginning or the one end is and the other end is. You can see where the knots are. This is where you get more understanding and visibility, right? The same thing occurs in your life and in your business, with your tasks, with any of your creations. When you expand out, you get greater visibility on this. So what I'm talking about right now is about your response and how that starts to impact your body and your mind. You go into contraction. And then what happens is your body is saying, hold on a second, we need to take care of you. We need to keep you safe. So we are going to put up a boundary and we're going to reject. We're going to say, nope, that's it. I can't do anything else. That was a decision that you were told at some point in your life, or that you made at some point in your life, that you needed to stop. You could only handle so much. You could only handle so much. Excuse me? You're an infinite being. You are a miracle. The capacity, the abilities that you have, you've barely even tapped. We know that. We know that our brain, we only use, what is it, even up to 10% of our brain. Our capacity for managing is so much greater than we've ever been willing to allow it to be. So that's my first invitation to you is, would you be willing to go into expand, 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 instead of freaking out, instead of going into stress, your auto responders. What I want you to know is that your ability to manage many things simultaneously is a muscle. It is a muscle just like lifting a weight. All right. If this was a weight, I've got a glass in my hand. If this was a weight and I was a little child, right, I probably would not be able to pick this up. This probably weighs at least 5 pounds. I probably would not be able to pick that up. Now, even me, any person, if I was holding this up for above my head for more than a minute, it's going to start to get heavy and heavy and heavy. But if I practice and I practice and I practice, my capacity, my muscles, my ability to relax and let my body do this is going to increase. Well, you managing several balls is a muscle. It's a muscle. And your ability to manage more shiny balls, your ability to manage all sorts of different things is equal to your stress level. So if you took your point of view out that you could only handle so much, and you just kept allowing all of the opportunities, all of the shiny balls to lay down in front of you, wherever that is, whether that's on your computer, whether that's in front of you, and you just allowed them to be there without you having to, quote unquote, do anything immediate. That's number one. And number two, without you going into stress and overwhelm. Stress and overwhelm is a learned experience. I can tell you this, I had one of the greatest teachers of all time, my beautiful mother. My beautiful mother, oh my gosh, I miss her so much. But she taught me very, very well. She was the mother of 11 children. I was her 10th child. And I just recall my mother, standing in the kitchen or standing in the dining room ironing, or standing in the, she'd be in the kitchen making dinner, peeling potatoes, doing dishes, whatever she was doing. She was not stressed. She was not stressed. She would be singing. She was singing. Now, she loved to sing and she loved music. But why do you think she would go to song? What do you think music does? Music actually has a physical reaction on your body. So it would actually calm her body. So she wouldn't be going into stress. She also had the ability, and learned this over time, not to react. She responded. She didn't react. If I came up to her and I would ask her, Mom, I would ask her for different things, like as a child, Mom, can I do this? Mom, can I get this? And she would just sing. She would always sing. And if you haven't heard me sing this, you're in for a treat. She would sing, you got the money, honey. I got the time. We'll go honky tonk and we'll have a time. That's what my mother would sing to me all of the time. And I would be like, oh, she's not giving me an answer. And I would walk away. So she wasn't impacted by me asking this. She wasn't impacted by, the several other children running around, or maybe my brother's fighting, or the phone ringing, or, oh, it's 5:30, dinner's got to be on the table at 6. She didn't do that. She would go along. She would do one thing in 1 minute and continue to do that again and again and again. My point to you is what are you reacting or are you responding? So today, for instance, when I was working on something and it definitely has a due date, not immediately, but these are some things that I do definitely want to get done in a very short period of time. And I got the contact call from one of our hosts that she was having computer issues and she was going live in an hour. What was the first thing that I did? Okay, do I need to respond to that now? Or can I respond to that later, right? So I did an evaluation, as in what's the most important. It doesn't have to do with my relationship with her. It has to do with what needs to be responded to first. And so knowing that I will respond to her and I will get back to my tasks at hand, and knowing that the universe has my back, whether it's Mother, Father, God, the universe, all out, whatever it is, know that the universe, the beautiful spiritual beings have your back. And if you would trust in that, and trust in that you have your back as well, and that you've never really massively messed up, it will be easier for you to be able to respond And so I responded. I got on a call with the host, and we worked through what we needed to work through. And then I went back to doing what I needed to do. And this is how I look at things. What needs my attention now and what can wait? And so I'm able to manage all of these things in my mind or on pieces of paper because I know how to prioritize. So ask yourself, do you honestly know how to prioritize what needs to be done? Or are you in the space of ignoring what needs to be done and just doing what's fun and easy? That's a question I want you to think about while we go to break. There is so much more I want to share. I certainly hope I get it all in tonight, but I appreciate everybody being here. And it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Dave in the chat room says, oh my God, my grandmother was always humming a song while in the kitchen. She always looked so happy. Yes, let's pick that habit up. Let's put some music on and allow that to contribute to our bodies. I really wonder, we should really do a test. Everybody that's listening live, we should do a test. For 1 week, we should play music, even if it's very, very low. We should play music and see how that contributes to our day, see how that contributes to our creations. I bet you 10 to 1, it would be a positive contribution. Okay, my friends, stick around. We're going to go for a break. You're listening to Inspired Choices. I'm your host, Christine McIver on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right. Thank you for being here. When we finished the last section, we were talking about putting music into our days, because that is something that can absolutely contribute to us as we are going about our day. Now, I want to talk about some other things that I would love to invite you into. First and foremost, if you are in stress right now about tasks, I want you to bookend it. And what I mean is, I want you to bookend the stress when you close your eyes tonight. I want you to imagine you're just bookending it. You're saying, okay, that's enough with that. And go to sleep with the intention of having a beautiful rest. Okay. First and foremost, when you open your eyes in the morning, I want you to say, today's a new day. How many of you are willing to do that? Today is a new day. Most of us wake up and the first thing we start thinking about is the stress of yesterday. And so it's like going and picking up all the old garbage and bringing the garbage back in when you've already put it outside. Don't do that. Really say to yourself, today is a new day. Today is a new day, which means you have a clean slate. And I know you've probably heard this before, but I'm going to challenge you to do this. Really, really do this. Today is a new day. I have new opportunities that are going to come my way. I have new possibilities. I have renewed energy for everything that's going on. I wonder what amazingness is going to come my way today. Today is a new day. Do you get the energy of that? I am not a Pollyanna. I have all sorts of things that I deal with. I get upset just like everybody else. But I also want you to understand that the way you set the intention of your day has a huge bearing on the outcome of that day. So when you do this, oh, we've got somebody else in the chat room says, I also ask how it can turn out better than I can possibly imagine, and then smile and feel what that will be like. That is fantastic, Karen. That is absolutely fantastic. So start your day in a positive way. Now, are you someone who likes to get up early? Are you someone that likes to get up early and maybe go for a run or go to the gym or work out? Or maybe you're someone that likes to get up early when nobody else is up in the house and you like to read or meditate. Is that something that you like to do? Personally, for me, I like to wake up at a really nice time, usually around 8 o'clock in the morning. And I like to have an hour of not responding to emails or texts or taking phone calls. I really want to have space as I begin my day. That's very important for me. And what that does is that sets me up to be stronger, to be more at peace, to ease into my day. When you wake up and you're right away stressed and you're running to the computer, you're running to your job, when you are behind, anybody that wakes up late and is behind, it can kick your ass all day long. And all of those shiny balls will be an annoyance, not an opportunity. Then you're going to go into the stress that we were talking about earlier. So whatever it is for you, the way that you like to start your day where you feel calm and confident, that's very important. Another thing is you absolutely need to take care of your body. Your body needs nourishment. Your body needs water. If you're someone that is drinking 10 coffees a day to keep your energy going, you are stressing your adrenals big time. I'm not a health person, but this much I absolutely know. If I wake up feeling off or maybe even a little shaky, maybe I didn't have a great sleep. It happened one day this week. I was like, no coffee for me today, because coffee will actually enhance that. So pay attention. Are you taking care of the most important machine that you have, your body? Start to fill it up with good habits and good fuel. I'm not saying you need to go work out. I'm not saying you need to do it, whatever. But what is important is that if you've gotten off track with the things that make you feel great as you begin your day, every day is a new day. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the month. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. Every day is a new day. So hit the reset button again. And if you fall off 2 or 3 days from now, it's okay. Just continue to hit that reset button and have confidence knowing that you can change this dance that you've got going on with your day. Now, those are some of the real mental things that I wanted to talk about. Now I want to talk about some of the practical things. So if you have a business, or even if you don't have a business, but you work for someone else, or you take care of your home, your family, every single solitary person should have some kind of writing apparatus, some kind of book that they are tracking things in and writing things down. One of the biggest monsters you are going to have is all of the thoughts running around in your head. When you sit and you list out all of the things that you want to get done, you take them out of your mind and you give your mind space to be able to handle other things. When you write things down, now I love to have little Post-it notes, and I'll have little Post-it notes here. And as I go through these tasks, I will okay, I don't need to do that anymore. All right, I'm done that. And then I will take it and I will throw it away. See, I just finished. I just read one. Did you notice that? And I got rid of it. So write things down. Write things down, and you could even put a due date beside those things. So you're not worrying that you're going to forget it. All of those shiny balls can be in your head. And when they're in your head, they can be taking up space and making you anxious. Write your tasks down. And one of the things that I have so many thoughts. Brain dumps are great. Yeah, they very much are. They're so necessary. You actually will keep the opportunity of new ideas away if you're not really emptying out your ideas. Now, one of the things you've probably heard me say this before, I definitely know Karen, who's in the chat room, does this, is take your favorite highlighter, write down your tasks that you want to complete, things that you want to work on. You might even do it in an Excel spreadsheet, put it in and number them and put it in order so that you know I got to do this first, this second, and so on and so forth. That's fine. Either on the computer, highlight the things that you get done, or use an actual highlighter and highlight on the piece of paper with your favorite color on your daily list. Now, why is that important? Because our minds are set up to judge. That's how we've been set up. It was the reason that our minds were set up to judge was to take care of us, to keep us safe. You're safe. You don't have to worry about that. You don't need to keep judging yourself. But when you actually highlight it in the color that you like, your eyes will focus on your accomplishments. Now, nothing is going to bring you greater confidence in being able to handle the shiny balls is when you see your accomplishments. When you are writing these tasks down, then you can start to focus on the most important thing. Now, if you haven't seen this video in YouTube, it's called Eat the Frog First. I think that's it. Eat the frog. Yeah, it's called Eat That Frog. Anyways, it's Eat That Frog First. And it is one of the most incredible videos. I've played it so many times for clients, but it really talks about doing the hardest thing first. So if you have many tasks and you really do need to get one done that you're avoiding, that will be like screaming in your head all day, every day. If you can't complete the entire thing, take at least 20 minutes to work on that task. Take 20 minutes and then take a break for 20 minutes. And then come back and work on it for another 20 minutes. And then take another break for 20 minutes and come back and work on it for another 20 minutes. If you did 3 20 minutes with 2 20-minute breaks in between once a day for 5 days, that very big task will be so knocked down, you would not believe the accomplishment that you will make on it. And if your brain is avoiding it because it's too big of a task, when you tell your brain, hey, we only have to do this for 20 minutes, your brain and that anxiety will calm down. It'll calm down. And what's really neat is that as you do these 20 minutes, what I have found a lot of the times by the second or third day of doing this, sometimes on the first day, but by the second or third day, you just blow right through the break notification because you're starting to get so much momentum and you're starting to accomplish it more and more, and you're feeling more confident in what you are doing. Another really important thing is to create a plan for your day. You need to have tools in place. If you are a business owner and you feel like there's all these things that you've got to deal with, but you don't have processes in place, you don't have your systems in place, I'm going to challenge you. You cannot cook in a kitchen that is an absolute disaster, that the pots are not cleaned and you don't have the right food in the oven, in the fridge to cook or bake. If you don't have things organized in your kitchen, you're not going to be able to execute successfully with creating great food, right? Everybody can agree to that. The exact same thing is true for your business, especially if it's an online business. My dad had an in-person business and organization was key. The same is true for your computer. If there are programs that you have purchased that you have not yet engaged with, if you have systems that you have started and not finished, it's time to pull up your pants and get them done. If you can't do them, invest in hiring someone to do that. If you're making $150 an hour and you can work 5 to 7 hours a week or a day or even a week, and hiring someone would cost you $500 to get all of these things done so that you could, increase your productivity by even 10% or 25%, that is going to be a very profitable investment. That is going to turn around very, very quickly for you. And it's going to start giving you a huge, huge return on your investment. You have to slow down to speed up. You have to have great processes in place. You need to have also support. You need to have a team around you supporting you. I cannot accomplish all of the things that we accomplish here on the network if it wasn't for this amazing team that I have. I have 5 people on my team. And, there are days that I feel like I could use 10 people, but right now it's great. And I am still learning to, grow and execute and also delegate. And Dave, you were talking about that, learning to delegate. One of the greatest things, here's a tool. If something is duplicatable, if an action is duplicatable, you can train someone else to do it. If that task is duplicatable and you're doing it as the business owner, you're costing your company money. You are a problem for yourself. Think of yourself as the person who is not only making these decisions, but also the person that is actually having the company succeed or not. This is extremely important for you to pay attention to this. Okay, we are up for our last break of the show. Oh my gosh. Please stick around. I've got a few more things I want to share with you, and be sure to reach out, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. I am very passionate about all of these things, and I love to help business owners, whether they are new at their business or they've been around for a long time and they want to get more efficient and they want to make more money and have a greater impact in the world. Please email me, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Stick around, my friends. We'll be back right after this short break.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Oh, thank you everyone for being here. We got to keep on going because this show's going to end very, very quickly. So we were talking about creating your day and really planning your day, and also about processes and putting processes in place. It's so critical that you have systems in place, especially if there's a lot of things that are popping. In order for you to be able to manage them, when you have a system, you will know how to respond very easily when that system is in place. But if you're trying to remember things and you've got things up all over your computer or all over your desk, if you've got sticky notes everywhere, it's very, very difficult to be able to manage. And that's where your stress levels can come in. And that's where you get distracted and you don't complete your tasks. So one of the very first things that I do when I work with a client is I look at their email. How many of you have more than 1,000 emails in your inbox? How many of you have more than 500 emails in your inbox? Or how many of you have a number of email addresses that combined have more than 1,000 or more than 500 emails in your inbox? How many of you have more than 100 emails in your inbox or your combined email addresses? How many of you have more than 50 emails in your inbox? Oh, Dave says, no way, clean that out every morning. Dave, you're the best. That's a bomb. Most people have way too many. And another person says, I have almost 400 unopened. All right, that needs to be taken care of. One of the best things that you can do is create subfolders. And when you are completed with something, put it in the subfolder. So you can go back to it if you need to. But if you have more than 50 emails in your inbox, you cannot see what you need to take action on. And that inbox actually owns you. You don't own that inbox. You are not managing your time if you're having to constantly go in there and look for something and trying to constantly, you open up emails, oh, do I need to deal with this today? And you're going back and forth and back and forth. This is critical, my friends. This is a very, very big step. The other thing too is how organized are you on your computer? How organized are you in your office? I'm going to challenge you, book out a weekend, not during the week, book out a weekend, an 8-hour day Saturday, an 8-hour day Sunday. No doing work, only doing organizing your computer, organizing your office, organizing the drawers in your office, organizing everything in your space. When things are disorganized, when you have papers all over the place and books all over the place and you've got things all over your computer, that takes up energetic space in your brain. That is constantly distracting you energetically. If you do not stop and clean that up, you're spinning your wheels. You are spinning your wheels again and again and again. This is critical to do this. The other big piece that I want you to really pay attention to is, where is my mindset today? Start making notes about what's going on for you, where you got stressed, what you're able to manage, what you're not able to manage. Stay very present in the moment. Stay very present in what is going on right here, right now. What do I need to deal with right now? And you can always go back and reevaluate and come up with, you know what, I need to make that a priority tomorrow. I need to focus on this, or better yet, get a coach. Every single person should have a coach. I absolutely have a coach. Get a coach that works with you, that they can see your blind spots. They can guide you to become more efficient in your life, in your business. It will change everything for you. Your body's going to be happier, your mind's going to be happier, and you will be more successful, which means that your relationships will be happier and your bank account as well. My friends, these things are so, so critical. I know that we could have talked about a lot of other things tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Next week, we're talking about growing a team with little or no money. So I hope you'll stick around to hear that. Next week, when we are connected, I would love for you to join us here at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com/chat room, and we can engage. You can be asking questions live. Please share this with anyone else out there that you think would enjoy this show, and anyone else that you think would be looking forward for a coach that can really hold them accountable, nudge them along, and cheer them forward. I would love, love, love to connect with them. And I really appreciate connecting with each and every one of you today. I want you to remember, my friends, no matter what happens, no matter what occurs in your life, I want you to remember that you can always make another choice. That is in your hands. You have the ability to change the direction of your life, and you have the ability to change the direction of every single solitary thing that you are creating. This is a gift. You are a gift. Please take good care of yourself and remember.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.